You call yourself an OAP?
No.
Why not?
I'm a model. Well, because when I came, I was really trying to emphasize that I'm a talk show host. I'm a talk show host. I'm not a presenter. I don't do red carpet, this one. But now I've done everything, so yeah.
You expanded the ministry.
We had to, man.
Very interesting. I want to talk about, it's a very old issue, okay, but I want to talk about it in the context of what happens in industry, where there was an issue with you and a designer called Zara, Ian, or the friend. You know, I think settled between both of you now.
Things are fine.
Everybody believed you, yes, with what you just said. Can you give us a background of what happened exactly so that we understand things from your perspective at least?
To be honest, Ebuka, I don't know if you've ever had a friend that you had an issue with. Yeah. This was a really, really, really small issue. Okay. I don't remember everything that happened. All I remember was, you know, we were talking about his brand, about his business, and then he brought a few clothes to my house, you know, and he always came to my house. Like when I had just moved back, he always came to my house. We would chill, would hang out, whatever. He brought a few shirts or whatever, and he brought a kimono. I wore the kimono, and I told him if somebody's worn it before, I don't want to wear it. He was like, oh, no, nobody's worn it before, whatever. Why am I Googling how to wear a kimono and I see somebody in the same kimono the same way he told me to style it? So I was like, come, Ian, like we're guys now, you know, somebody's wearing this thing, blah, blah, blah. He was now saying, you know, you just came and you're trying to act like fresh and whatever. And I'm like, no, it's not like that. But if I was already setting fashion trends by then, I wanted to keep going up. I know it sounds really, really materialistic, but that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. And again, it's my money. It wasn't as if the clothes were for free. I now told him if you brought stuff, I would buy a few things. And that I liked white, red, and florals. He brought blue, white, black, you know, all kinds of colors that I didn't want. Long story short, he left the things in my house. We went out together to an event. My sister was there. My sister was like, all these things don't look good. Don't wear any of them. I was like, no, he's my friend, you know. So I wore one shirt, and I was like, I'm going to buy the shirt. Long story short, over the weekend, he was supposed to go with me to a Moe Hennessy event. Ian was taking hours. I now sent him a message saying, look, I'm not going to be here for long, so don't worry. He sent me a very mean text saying, thanks for ruining my evening, good night. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Next day, I get a message from him saying, for all the things in your house, blah, 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 75K, thanks. And I was like, no, the shirt I wore, I don't remember if it was 15K, whatever it was, thanks. He now wrote, you know, curse words, don't try me, B, C, all the curse words, B, C, D, S. I was called everything. This was when I had just moved back, like maybe like
2015?
Yeah, like 2016. 2015, like September.
How are things between both of you now? Do you see him? Do you guys talk?
So we were, I don't know, the conversation was so heated. Next thing, I got an email the next day from Stella Demakokos or something. And I was like, wait, what? And she was saying, if you give me your side, I'll put up your side after I put up his side. So she wasn't even saying she'll take it down if it's not true. Next thing, this boy says, if I don't pay him 10K extra, he's going to ruin my life. He writes a letter to my father. He sends a letter to my house, my family home.
That's a lot.
There was just a lot going on. He put up a video on Snapchat. It was my close friends that were like, whoa, why are people like this talking about you? And I was so confused. You know, you wake up and then you just see blogs. And and I think I was so hurt because everybody was just calling me names that I'd never even uttered with my own mouth before.
But you've tried to move on from that.
I've moved on from it, but it's just now you know. You know who, you know how to read.
So you guys don't even see, you don't see him, you don't talk to him, nothing?
When I see him, I'm like, hi! And I hug him and he looks stunned, like, you know, why is she being so nice? But that has always been my personality. So.
Interesting. That's very interesting, Sue. Very quickly before we go, in 30 seconds if you can, what's next for Idia going forward?
Next. So TV, obviously, more TV, but working on a new show. It has been hard, as you know, everything takes time here. And also, I've just realized that there's been so much more fashion than I planned for on the table. So more fashion, more international fashion.
Hey, dirty dollar. Will you ever go back to your banking days?
Never, but philanthropy, more philanthropy. So
great stuff. So watch out for Idia on your TV screens.
Thank you.
And on your fashion pages.
Thank you.
And everywhere possible. Thanks for being here today. It was absolutely fun having you here today, and all the best with everything you do. Oh, before we go, are you?
What?
I know you're not married, but is there a man in the space? Very quickly.
I'm talking to someone.
So nobody should slide. Can you just slide small? All right, she's talking. She's not official. Thanks for being here today. Well, like I always say, you can follow the conversation on Twitter at YNigerTV is the handle. The hashtag to follow is Rubbin Minds. You can also visit the website yniger.tv. Remember, you've never seen young people talk like this before. I'll see you next week.